Dr. Karam, welcome to Diaz Media Group. It's a great pleasure having you here.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Yesterday you held an event which you presented the accomplishments of the bank, the new bank. Could you please name those accomplishments?
I don't think you want to give me so much time.
Well,
I'm going to maybe concentrate on a few. At the onset, as you remember, because you had the kindness to invite me to, here about a year ago.
It's been a year.
A little over, almost 15 months. And in those 15 months, since you have generously given me the opportunity to come and talk, we have done two major things. One was to change the culture at the bank in order to improve the delivery of products and services by shortening the period of time during which we think before we answer our clients. So we're answering our clients much faster. We're giving answers in like 24 hours. So delivery has improved, but also the delivery of what? The delivery of new products and services inspired from the necessity to respond to the new technological challenges in the banking world. The banking business has changed, fundamentally changed. We don't do banking the way we used to be doing it when I started in the profession. I will not tell you how many years ago. And so we had to adapt. And it's also important when I said we changed the culture of servicing and delivery, but we also changed the culture in the sense that we are concentrating on innovation. And innovation and learning go hand in hand, and therefore we had to train our people, we had to train ourselves, and that is a permanent change. So to come back to your question, we developed a series of technological products that fit those two main ideas, two main philosophies. Fast cash, the possibility for you to get a loan in a very short period of time and to get cash in a short period of time. Fast car loans, fast deliveries on real estate loans, etc., etc. So all of these things, I am proud to say, are now being copied by other banks, which means that we made the right choice. But maybe the most important thing we unveiled last night was a unique, and when I say unique, it means there is no other bank doing this, and the product does not exist anywhere, payment system through your phone. Why is it unique? It is unique because it's not like a credit card.
So this is the new product you announced yesterday?
Yes.
The new pioneering product?
Correct. It's a new pioneering product. We called it S-Cash.
S-Cash?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why is it S-Cash? It's because it's cash at the end of the day, either to pay or to transfer. It happens peer-to-peer, but it also happens business-to-business as well, which is rare. It happens among banks. You don't have to be, a client of one given bank in order to do that. It happens at the speed of lightning. It's much faster, much shorter, much cheaper than making a transaction via credit cards. You don't need the credit card. You have your mobile with you. Sometimes you forget your credit card. So the revolutionary aspect of this product is that you can open an account in 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
3 minutes you open an account?
3 minutes. All you need is your ID and a mobile phone. And it is applicable to all phones. It's not simply iPhones. It's any other.
Smartphones.
All smartphones. It's also universal in the sense that it will cover the entire banking universe. It is very fast and much, much cheaper than using a credit card. So
and it's safe also?
Totally safe. It is totally safe. It's actually much safer than the credit card because it shortens the process. See, I don't want to take too much of your time, but the credit card process is very long because you have to go through many, many steps to arrive to the bank, which gives the clearance, and then go back to the merchant or to the place you're paying. Here you don't have that. The POS itself poses problems because it has to exist physically. You don't have that in the S-Cash system.
So may I ask if there are any other plans regarding additional high-tech products or services?
Yes, absolutely. We have actually hired someone whose sole purpose in life is to think innovation and to advise us on certain things. Now, it doesn't mean that we have someone who is simply thinking, as we say now, fintech, financial technology, you know, banks online and things like this. No, I think technology has to go much beyond, and it gives us the possibilities to do that, much beyond just doing banking on internet. I think it helps us to think. I think artificial intelligence today offers us unlimited possibilities to study the profile of our clients, to study their needs, to guess what they may want and develop it, to make sure that we satisfy them by delivering our products as fast as possible, to comply with the very strict, increasingly strict regulatory measures on compliance, on due diligence and things like this. All of this today may be done by the technological possibilities that exist. The only thing is that not many of us understand what these possibilities can do. So what we are trying to do at Astrobank is to have a team of people who scratch their heads all day long to devise ways in which we can domesticate those tools, those very advanced technological tools, to put them at the service of our clients.
It's the new generation of bankers, huh?
I think it's not only one generation, I think it's 2 generations ahead. It's my grandchildren's generation.
So allow me to go to the bigger picture. And I would like to ask, how do you see the role of the role of the bank in the local market?
It's very important. First of all,
especially today.
Yes, it's a Cypriot bank, first of all. And it's a Cypriot bank, proud to be a Cypriot bank. Very proud to be a Cypriot bank. I think this is our home market. We concentrate on our home market.
What are your future goals?
Our future goals is to become a significant banking pole and to play an important role with a significant market share and the possibility to be...
Is there a number there, market share?
There is a number. I think that in order to be significant, we have to be anywhere between 7% and 12-15%. I think that is feasible for us for 2 reasons. One, because our internal growth as it's going now, the trend as it is going now, indicates that we can, especially with new products that the public is going to definitely accept. We believe, according to our studies, that the acceptance rate for these products is very high. Actually, there is enthusiasm for them. And the second thing is that we are growing externally. As you know, we are now in the last stages of finalizing an acquisition of one of the local banks. We have, as a matter of fact, yesterday placed a bid for a second bank. So if by the end of the year or early 2019 we have 3 banks under one umbrella, we would have in a very short period of time.
It seems that you get bigger, huh? Yeah?
Yes, we definitely are. And I think it makes sense. You talked about the bigger picture. It makes sense because in a market such as Cyprus, which is a small market, it makes sense for you to consolidate small and average sized banks. It is safer, it is better, it is more profitable because of all the regulatory costs involved in complying with the new rules. And therefore, consolidating makes sense. I believe that the Central Bank of Cyprus wisely welcomes such a philosophy. And we are happy to, again, play the role, as you said, of one of the tools that the central bank would have in order to fulfill this objective.
Yes. At the same time, the banking sector here in Cyprus continues to be negatively affected by problems such as NPLs. So You have extensive banking experience. What do you think it will happen finally?
Frankly, it is true that
we will finally be able to turn the page?
Yes, definitely. But you see, non-performing loans are at a very high level in Cyprus because of what happened. But this perception of seeing them necessarily as a negative thing, I think needs to be looked at differently. Because I personally, my personal experience is that you can turn this into an opportunity. And the proof that it could be an opportunity is that you have several foreign funds interested in buying them. These people are now no fools. If they are interested in buying them, it means they see an opportunity there. So they are trying to buy from some of the local banks portfolios of non-performing loans at a very seriously discounted price. Now, some of these non-performing loans have guarantees as well. The quality of the guarantee is going to improve if the market improves, if there is a growth rate, if real estate prices improve. So why would you want to forego an opportunity to make money with NPLs because of this nightmare and this ghost hovering above your head and putting some pressure on you? It's true, it's not good to have on your balance sheet a high level of NPLs, but let us take it one step further and put imagination in power.
It's been said that you might sell the whole country to hedge funds or to those funds you are describing.
No, I don't think so. I think all of my colleagues who are, at the helm of large and medium-sized bank are also very, professional, very experienced bankers. They probably have exactly the same reasoning that I make, and I don't think there is an issue there. You also have to take into consideration one very important fact. There is a social aspect to this, and even bankers, some bankers, have a heart, and they have to take into consideration social implications. You cannot, roll over like a bulldozer over people who have had justified problems not to pay back their loans on time. Two approaches are possible. You can either do the scavenger approach and really roll over people, which I'm going to surprise you, is not necessarily profitable. And you have the other approach, where you think with them and find creative solutions that often those same people don't have. You see, people who borrow money are not necessarily sophisticated. And the role of the banker is try to help them to find adequate solutions.
Give the right advice.
Yes. And I think this is how you make money with NPLs. And you don't necessarily make money by, steamrolling people who cannot pay on time and who have delays. There is a lot of wealth in the country. There are, if you look at the guarantees, the level of guarantees behind those NPLs, there is a very high percentage of coverage. And, it's improving every day. Our bank, other banks as well, are improving in terms of the coverage. If the situation, as I am sure it will, continues to be as positive as it is today, if the government policies, which I would like to salute at this point, continue to be as wise as they are, if the macroeconomic parameters in the country, growth, unemployment, etc., continue to look as good as they are looking today, then there is no reason for us not to see a rebalancing of this act whereby your guarantee prices improve and automatically the rest on the negative side will follow.
You're optimistic also about the coup?
I am not privy to the details of the deal. I hear things. But if you don't hear things from the horse's mouth, so to speak, from the people who have the decision making, I learned to have doubts about rumors. I think it's an important issue.
But it's a make or break for Cyprus economy? Huh?
No, I wouldn't say that. I think it's an important issue. I think it is being taken very seriously by the government. It's being taken very seriously also by some of the banks that have expressed interest in participating in a solution. I think there will be a solution. I don't think that we need to inflate this issue beyond its true proportions and place it at a level where it really jeopardizes the entire system. It doesn't. It won't. No matter what happens, it won't. There is a perception in the market, of course, that the situation is good in Cyprus. This is going to affect that perception to a certain degree because we're all saying to the world, look at the way the banking sector has evolved in Cyprus. We're out of the tunnel, things are going well. This will definitely affect this perception, but it's up to us to change it again to the positive side.
So you're still optimistic about the prospects of Cyprus economy?
I am extremely optimistic, and I base my optimism. What inspires my optimism is not my love for the country alone. What inspires my optimism is hard facts, as macroeconomic parameters that we're seeing every day, the improvement in growth. And what inspires my optimism is the fact that your policymakers are very sensible people. They're very wise. Your Minister of Finance, the President last night, who has graced us with his presence in our event, made a remarkable speech on banking. Now, it shows you that at the highest level, the policymakers in this country are extremely aware of what should be done, and they are doing it.
Okay, thank you very much for being here today. It seems to me that after a year, you managed somehow to place Astrobank up to the sky.
Yes, we did. We're not there yet. And as I said yesterday in my little speech, we should avoid complacency. You know, the success of yesterday doesn't guarantee the success of tomorrow. And I keep telling our people in the bank, my colleagues, whom I would like to salute, because these results are not the work of one man. They are the work of a whole team of people, each and every one of them. I keep telling them, don't be complacent. What we have achieved yesterday does not guarantee that we will achieve it tomorrow. It's every day that you have to continue working at this with an objective in mind.
Thank you very much. I wish you good luck.
My pleasure. Always a pleasure to see you. Thank you.